My name is Adam Pastel, and I'm going to sing some songs for you. This is my good friend Mike Ferrier. He's going to play some guitar. Let's get going. The song is called Petaluma. It's about my hometown in California. Can we go back to Petaluma, to the time in which we grew up, back in town right by the river, driving down the boulevards? Oh, can we go back to Petaluma, to the time in which we grew up, back in town right by the river, driving down the boulevards? All I want, I am on my way to your house again. All my life I just wanted friends just like you. Just be true. I am gonna be late for school again. All my life I just wanted friends just like you. Can we go back to Petaluma, to the time in which we grew up, back in town right by the river, driving down the boulevards? Can we go back to Petaluma, the time in which we grew up, back in town right by the river, driving down the boulevards? All I want, 116, we drive to Sonoma. You want me to get a little closer. You say that your cold brew got colder. Yeah, and then we left Dutch Bros and we drove back to my house. It felt like a dream and I'm driving real fast, and I can't maintain eye contact because your eyes are so pretty. I don't really know what the problem is, still you break my heart. What's the damages? Steady breaking promises. A shady stitch and it's gone to shit. Understand what pain brings, rain came, but it ain't still the game. It's a thing to a newcomer. I whip it fast, spend some cash on this new Hummer, pushing the gas, it's a cap to a few bummers. I'm from the Bay, it's the same type of shit that my ancestors came from. They took the blame, it's a shame you're not grateful. Thought you were cool way back when we were high school. 707, girl, you were an idol. I rob a hit just like I'm Gregor Blanco. Yeah, can we go back to Petaluma, to the time in which we grew up, back in town right by the river, driving down the boulevards? Can we go back to Petaluma, to the time in which we grew up, driving down the boulevard? It's all I want, and it's all I want, all I want. Can we go, yeah, back to Petaluma? Yeah, can we go?
Come on. We're gonna bring it back center. So, Petaluma, Atlanta, Jamaica. How has that shaped y'all's artistry? How has that influenced y'all's just growth and evolution as people? And how has that inspired, just the things that y'all are continuing to do in music?
Absolutely. How about the Bay?
So again, I'm from Petaluma, which is technically like just outside the Bay, but the Bay low-key be claiming this, so it's good. So it's good.
Yeah, right.
So it's good. But yeah, my dad was born and raised in Istanbul, Turkey. My mom was born and raised in Guatemala City, Guatemala.
What? Wow.
They came here when they were like 18 years old, and yeah, they ended up meeting later on, and none of them are musically inclined in any capacity, like at all. That's not true. Damn. My dad has like a really good ear, and he can play like the melody on the piano, and he can like play everything with the right hand, like nobody's business. But bro doesn't know how to like. He can't do it all together. But they like put me in music at a very young age. I started like in kindergarten. I was part of this thing called music troupe, and it was only for first graders and above. But my mom was like begging the music teacher to like let me join, and sure enough, they let me join. I was the only kindergartner in this thing. And we started off like playing the bell. We had like bells, and we would like play, and then we would like also sing, and we would like we used to have we used to have Veterans Day, and we'd all the kids would bring their grandparents who were veterans, and we'd like sing all these different like songs for like the Navy, the Air Force. Like we would sing all these songs. So that's like how I kind of started singing. And yeah, my grandma like is a very good singer, and she would like I would always sing around the house with her, and she would like kind of put me on to like you know, maybe it was like Michael Jackson at the time. I was like always like into that. I remember when his like movie dropped, like I was like, I need to go see this. Yeah. Like, we need to go, guys. Like, get the tickets. Yeah. I saw the commercial. Like, mom, like, go online right now. The tickets. I was like, she's like, relax. Like, it's there for a month. Like, months or whatever. I was like, oh, this is like our only opportunity. Or whatever. Yeah. So I guess like that was kind of how I started. But once I got into like high school, I was listening to a lot of Drake. I got put onto this artist named Jeremy Zucker. Zucker, actually, is technically how you say it. But, yeah, like, it was a lot of pop. I was listening to a lot of pop music. And just because it kind of fit my voice and kind of, like, my aesthetic. Or like, whatever.
Like sound.
Yeah, but then, like, I think later on, I started getting put on. Like, once I got, like, I was really trying to be a part of the Bay. I really wanted to get involved in that scene, like, I remember I like really wanted to work with Pilo. That was like someone who I really wanted to work with. I hit him up on Twitter like in the middle of the night, and he happened to like respond to me, and he was like, "Yeah, like send me some shit." So that's how that started. That was like my first like really big Bay Area connection, which like kind of stemmed into other things. How I met my manager. We have the same manager. But yeah, that's kind of how I got involved from small town Petaluma into the music world.
Look, we have to be upfront here. I wear this hat. I was born in New Jersey. I was born in New Jersey. My mom immigrated to the States when she was like 16. She moved to the Bronx. My dad, when he was 18, moved to Jersey or whatever. At the Bronx, New York, BX, you know what I'm saying? But look, so, you know, I got Jamaican heritage. All my family's from Jamaica. I grew up in a Seventh-day Adventist household, so like church was the spot. There was a studio in my basement back in Jersey, right? And there's pictures of me with the headphones on. I was probably breaking them, but like, you know, my dad was over here cooking beats with a mixing board, and I loved it, man. From the day, I love taking things apart. I love touching stuff and playing music. And so I grew up in church, and I started playing drums in church when I was 10 in Atlanta, because I moved when I was 8. And really, it comes from gospel music, man. Like a lot of real good musicians, and I'm not saying I'm a real good musician, but I play, right? And that sense of music and that feeling.
He's a really good musician.
Music to me is all about feeling. You can play the same 4 chords as anybody else. But if you play that with feeling, I mean, you need more chords. But if you play with feeling, right? And so I got my feeling from playing in church. My dad was a really good singer. That and like Michael Jackson, Brandy. Like I used to be in the kids' time, just beat it. Like I was vibing, right? But nah.
You had the glove?
I did. Nah, man, the music I write and the music I make is influenced by the things I've been through. The people like heartbreak and women and love and all that stuff. Like I write so many love songs. They call me the Plantain Poppy, but like let's be real, I'm like the lover boy Poppy because I just be writing love songs. I cannot help myself.
Drake from C-Bop.
Nah, that ass. Like
He's the real certified
Plantain Poppy.
Be like it's me, bro. Okay, I'm a certified lover boy. So when I write songs, bro, I'm like, my first like album that everyone heard was called Cuffin' Season. Okay.
Yes.
Cuffin' Season. And it went hard, okay? In my opinion. It was a staple, right?
Yes.
And it was beautiful. So like, yeah, I don't know. Music for me is something that brings joy. It brings peace to people. It's got me through a lot of hard times. So I try to take all of that, all my experiences, and put that into it. And that's really what shaped my music. It's just the things that I've been through, my Jamaican ass parents, that one drop reggae beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, feel. Music's supposed to make you feel something.
Exactly.
And you're supposed to feel it when you're playing it. And I lead with all that. I don't need to know all the fancy chords, diminish this, that, the other. I just gotta feel the music.
They're inspirational. That's all I want to say. Cause I don't know if you guys know, but these are like 2 GW goats. Like even outside of like GW, like we're gonna look back on this interview and be like, damn, like these ladies really came a long way. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, like you guys walk in passion like every day. And I see that because of the energy you guys like give off, you know, just being around you guys. How do you maintain that energy in something like music? Because I know personally, like I make music for fun, but you guys are like, you know, like really in this like every day grinding it out. How do you guys maintain your energy, maintain your inspiration, you know, just working every day? How do you do that? as artists? So that's a deep question.
It is. I'm not gonna lie though. This is the first time I've played out, like picked up a guitar, went somewhere that wasn't the crib, in like months, right? And like the first time I've been even super hype about making music in months. And I think that's part of like the whole thing about keeping it fresh and staying motivated is like sometimes you're down.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes
That's
the creative energy isn't like right there. Sometimes you have to pull it out and force it out, right? And a lot of times people will say, oh, well, don't force it. Like, let the music come to you, which is great. But also, like, if you're trying to do this professionally, right? If you're a songwriter, you're a producer, engineer, you have to be able to like work on assignment low key, right? I think the best stuff comes when you're in a spot mentally, like, whatever it is, whether it's super happy, not super happy, but like it comes from life experiences. But sometimes it's not there. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit and recharge, and then moments like these will happen. And again, the importance of community and something I've been surrounded by at GW, is that this is when it starts to come back. And like now I'm like dummy excited to like hit the studio and like go back and plug all my stuff back in and be like, yo, it's time to cook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
I'd say in terms of like staying passionate about it, I've just always been I guess I'm just like so passionate about the Adam Pastel project that I'm just always finding out what the next step is gonna be.
Right. So.
Once I put out a song, I already have the next one. I already have the one after that. I might not have the one, not sure what the next one after that one may be. But I'm always just thinking about like, how am I going to like get this song finished? I'm always thinking about, okay, I need to pay this guy to mix it. I need to make sure this songwriter is good with this. I like to take care of people also. I love like getting people involved in like making sure everyone is taken care of and feels like they are a part of what I'm trying to build.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess I just am overall just a very excited person when it comes to stuff like this. Even helping out other people, I try to lend a hand when it comes to, even the business side of things. I have like a friend who is like the most insanely talented artist. Shout out to Young Sung. And there's certain things that like he might need help on this end, and I'm like, oh, let me help you on this. Like, I don't need no money. Like, let me help you, bro. Like, and he helps me out a lot too. So it's like, it's really just like about building trust and family within, because there'll be some weird ass people in this game.
Oh yeah.
So it's just about like making sure everyone feels at home.
So what would you say like is your main motivation then? Because you're saying you like helping people, right?
Yeah.
And you've been passionate about music since like day one, it sounds like. So yeah, what's your like main thing driving you? Like, what do you want to get out of this game?
I want to see everybody win.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to see everybody win.
Yeah.
I think.
The community.
And I know that like even sometimes I find myself more passionate about someone else's project. Like I'm like, but at the end of the day, like I know that I can get there too. And I've seen like so many of my friends like who I started out with, sign major label deals and some get dropped from their label deal. And I've seen just like so much up and down that I'm just like trying to low key like keep everyone up and kind of make them feel like it's not the end. And I still am not even where like I picture myself, but I know that like everybody has their time and everyone will find their way. You just have to keep going and not give up, because if you give up, there's nothing left. And obviously it can become like just your thing and like making music, but if we're trying to take it to the national level or whatever you want to call it, just change people's lives.
And y'all's answers, like, two things that really spoke to me: balance and community, but also success for your last answer. So I want to ask you all, what does balance look like for you all from an inspiration standpoint, but also like, just kind of letting life come to you, letting things like, draw to you naturally. But as well, on top of that, like, what does success truly look like? I know you answered that a little bit in the last question, just being of service for people, making sure that everybody's winning. But like, when it comes to Adam Pastel, when it comes to Michael Ferrier, when is going to be that moment where you're like, okay, cool, I'm actually like, seeing success from this on a personal tip?
I'll let you go first.
He's like, I gotta think about that. So I was just having this conversation with a homie of mine. because every day, like, especially when you're in a creative field, right, and you have a deliverable to someone that someone's gonna be like, okay, but I like this, or how about you take that out? So, like, you know, engineering, producing, songwriting. Someone's always gonna have some shit to say.
Of course.
Like, always, right?
Everyone's creative.
Right, it's always either never gonna be good enough, or can you add this? And the thing is, like, that can really demoralize someone if you're never getting the pat on the back, but you're always getting the, no, but I need this better, or I need this. Finding your North Star of, like, what does, damn, that's a good job look like? Because there's gonna be people, bosses, whatever, that are gonna say, hey, this is not a good job. Like, I need more.
True.
When do you know for yourself, right? Like, oh, that's fire, right? And so for me, you know, I don't really know what musical success. I think, to kind of the honest one, is like, I love helping people, right? That's why I worked in the studio. That's why I got excited about Adam's music. I get excited about my friends' music, and I want to help, right? I think for me, success will be real when I've built a system and a business where I can take the next artist and say, I'm gonna teach you how to get your bag, feed your family, take care of yours, do the thing that you love doing. Whether it's music, you could be a damn yoga teacher, whatever creative outlet is yours. Like, I want to be able to build a system where I can run you through that whole process. And when you're out and you're done, you not only have a network to rely on of people that are willing to uplift you, as long as you're also willing to put something in yourself, right? But also, like, know how to get to the bag and not get screwed over by a bad deal or by people who aren't looking out for your interests, right? For me, I think that's what it looks like. I don't really know. I always wanted to, like, win a Grammy. That was, like, my thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna win a Grammy. And, like, I'm gonna win a Grammy. I don't know when. I don't know. It might be I'm gonna win a Grammy. And maybe it's because I played one string on guitar from an Adam song, but there's gonna be a Grammy, right?
Placements.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna happen, but
so
like,
many ways to get it.
Yeah, the North Star is like, if I helped someone else, I'm Gucci. Then I know that was a successful initiative, a successful project.
Amen.
Yeah, I love all of those answers, and I think I agree with totally all of that. And I think for me, along with that comes finding a way to build a community and fan base through Adam Pastel and make people feel like they're a part of something, while also staying true to my musical intuitions and not kind of taking what other people say and what they want me to sound like, or what they want me to, like, become, or if they want me to become a hyper pop artist, or, like, you know, I'm down to tap into that. You know, I'm down to, like, I've done it, you know, but, you know, as long as I love what I am putting out and I'm able to feed my family, I am able to, you know, have a good network around me, I think that's probably what success would look like at the end of the day.
That's real, bro. The music has to be good.
Yeah, it has to
be. You, right? It's gotta be.
You gotta enjoy it, though. That's the main part. Yeah. Like, I mean, personally for me, like, just with my little experience of making music, like, when I make music, I'm making it mostly for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To me, I've used it as, like, either, like, a journal or something of just, like, expressing my true emotion within that moment. And so, like, yeah, you gotta love that fully for yourself. And then the fact that you're bringing in other people into it, I think is dope. The community aspect.
That's the beautiful thing about music, right? The communal essence of music. But also with something so personal to you, there goes that fear of just, like, you know, trusting somebody else with something that's so personal.
So intimate too.
I don't let a lot of people in to, like, when it comes to that stuff, low key. But the people who I do let in, I know they got some shit to say, which is always good. And I, at the end of, sometimes I even know what they're gonna say, but I already am like, okay, I love it though. And at the end of the day, they're going to tell me to trust my gut. And yeah, there's definitely no yes men involved. It's definitely like, they're gonna tell me if even, like, I need to re-record that verse, or that verse is too corny, or, like, you trying to sound too much like bruh, or whatever it may be. Like, they're gonna tell me, and I love that, because if no one's telling you, like, you got the wrong people involved.
Yeah, most definitely.
You got the wrong. But again, always about trusting your gut.
Yeah,
that's
real.
Actually, like, you know, you hit on a very personal point. At least, like, I resonated with it. Like, just kind of, like, you know, keeping your circle close, especially in the creative space. Oftentimes, like, I find myself like questioning, like, oh, am I minimizing, like, you know, how far I can really take an idea, or I can take the concept by just being to myself, or just having like 1 or 2 people. Has there ever been a moment like where you felt like you was minimizing, like, you know, the potential of an idea because of like the limited amount of people out of protection that you have in those creative spaces?
Usually, if I think it's dope, I know other people think it's dope.
For sure.
So for that reason, nah.
For sure. I love that answer, man.
Yeah.
I love that answer.
Because I mean, before I was even like really taking this stuff seriously, I was seeing what was going, and I could understand why someone likes this meme song, or like why this is trending. Why I kind of see it, and I'm able, even like any genre, like I can tell. And for that reason, like I really trust my own intuition. If it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
You sound really confident, and that's awesome. Do you have like any insecurities when it comes to creating in general? Because I know it's a very like personal and intimate thing.
The only thing is like sometimes, you know, I think like obviously there's this whole thing about streaming and like, oh, if it doesn't do this, then like, oh, like should I be down on myself about it? You know, I've seen cool shit. I've seen a lot of bad shit. I think when it comes to that, like, I really hope that this reaches the right audience, or I hope that like people resonate with this, you know. So when it comes to insecurities, like, yeah, I guess I get, you know, insecure if like something maybe doesn't perform the way I wanted it to. I just dropped that song called Petaluma, and we, you know, I made it about my small hometown, and in my hometown there's a lot of people who hate to see other people do well. And it's just so that's tough, you know. Like I uploaded like some reels, you know, one got like 70,000 views, and it was like hundreds and hundreds of people like shitting on it. And it's just like, but it, you know, and so like I see that and I'm like, okay,
how do you work through it?
It's working, but it's working, you feel me? So it's like I see that, and that also motivates me, because it's like, oh, they got some shit to say.
Exactly.
Like this is good.
You flip your mindset.
Right, but also like sometimes it's like really messed up, and I'm like, damn. Like that hurt. Like someone there, you know, I don't know if you guys remember, there was like fires like in the west side of the country, and someone was like, I hope this dude's music like burns in the fires. It was just like whoa, like
it's like $3.99 to love, man. Like
it's crazy. I don't know. You know, again, like people are always going to have something to say. That, and my manager, shout out to Kelly, he said this funny phrase, like the hate come with the plate, and like I always stick to that.
I find like people hate on people who are just genuinely happy, usually. Like because it's like if someone notices that they're lacking in a certain area, right, and you're excelling, you're confident enough to put out these songs on a regular basis that are dope and like actually, you know, making an impact in the world. You know, sometimes people are just gonna hate on you just for the fact that they're not you. You know what I'm saying? But
again, and people have their own insecurities, and who knows what people are going through and why they may say something. If they're in a bad mood, if they see 70 people already, like they're even more inclined to like.
What y'all don't understand is like Petaluma as a song, right? I've never been to fucking Petaluma in my life. Like I don't know where that is, right? And I heard this song. I was like, you posted about it. I was like, I you know, it's my boy. Yo, I listened to the song, bro, and I was like wistful for a place I'd never been.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's an immaculate song. I don't care where he's talking about. I want to go there. I feel like I've been there, right? People hate on good shit all the time.
Not yet.
On art.
People always have to.
I'm trying to go to Petaluma.
I'm trying to go to Petaluma.
Bro,
what is it? Petaluma?
We're going to Petaluma.
Bro, we're going to Petaluma. Can we go back?
Podcast Petaluma. Yeah, we can go back.
Let's do it.
What are you expecting from me next? I'm gonna be dropping music. I drop music every few months. You know, sometimes it takes a while to just like get everything processed and make sure everyone's on the same page. Because there's multiple people involved. I'm never doing it all myself.
Yeah, no.
I have a song with a very special artist who I'm not going to say the name, but I did open for them last month. Or this past month, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're putting that out next. I'm thinking about dropping a project, but at the stage I'm in, I'm really just trying to like get people in like to see that I'm consistent. So I'm trying to give people one thing at a time without giving them everything. Because if I give people everything, I think right now it might just take away from the momentum. And because I think it's just really hard as an independent artist to like drop projects, and just because it's not only like expensive, but at the other point, it's just like. I want to give people a taste of like everything I've been like working on for the last like 2.5 years. So yeah, just expect that. Expect me to be graduating college in like a few months.
It's a big deal,
so
man.
it's funny. I almost like failed out the first semester of freshman year. I was on that whole academic probation shit. I'm not even gonna
Haven't we all been there?
Dude, I made it 2 months before I had to withdraw and then come back.
Yeah.
College is rough, man.
Yeah,
we all got it.
No,
bro,
it's tough.
going
It's
into
tough.
the
It's
year,
tough.
We got our story.
Yeah, no, we finishing
you're
it. We
almost
finishing
done,
it, and I'm finishing it on time, which is
bro.
like
Bro.
even fucking crazier.
Big.
But yeah, expect new cooks.
New cooks.
So we have to wrap it up. But one of the things we're doing here at Creative Grounds, and since it's a coffee shop, we have books behind us, and we're educated college students or post-college.
Yes.
We wanted to take the time to let you guys pick out your own books from this shop, and for free. We got it. It's on us.
Wow.
You guys pick your books out.
Okay.
And that's
I don't do enough reading, and my
I have
girl
to read
will
more.
always.
How'd you know? I need to read more.
Hey,
Okay.
it'll
So
be
any
inspiration.
book right now?
Any book you want.
Okay.
Guys,
Much
man.
appreciated.
I don't know if you want to see
And
me.
people don't know, like, put yourselves on to the new listeners out here.
You know where to find me. Everywhere. Adam Pastel. Search it up. Listen to some tunes. Have some fun. Hit me up. I always respond. So yeah.
My name is Mike Ferrier. I go by Ferrier, or on Instagram, the Plantain Poppy. You can hit me up. I'm not sure I'll respond. I'm working on that, getting better. Executive function is a thing I'm working on. But yeah, keep my music, man. And go follow this guy on all the places. Stream all his music because it's all bangers. Just be ready, bro, because someone's about to blow up. I got a good feeling. Might be this one right here.